Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing as I'm told. Miracles happen, but I received this package from Hobby Hoppers. I bought this and unboxing time. Don't forget to tag me, share it. Don't forget to record your unboxing video. So that's what I'm doing. I've opened it. I haven't really done anything more with it. So let's get rid of these little things. So we've got, if my fingers could work. We've got hobbyhoppers.com.au. She is a local, she's a friend of mine. So I've got a little cute little paper clip. She does a lot of washi, a lot of lawn fawn and other things, but this is what I look for. Okay, so what have I got? Hopefully I've got nothing that I don't already have, because you know, sometimes we buy double. Now I have finished my Christmas cards for this year, but you know, I couldn't help myself and we're going to, I don't know, probably do some more, because that's what I do. I start on next year's Christmas cards because it seems like a decent time to still be doing them at the moment. So this stamp set is called Frosties. Yes, Frosties. So happy winter. I'm not going to use that. Let it snow. It's summertime here in Australia, so at the moment I'm not going to use that, but lots of little pretty snowflakes, and I just love snowflakes, so that's what I bought. Next one along, we've got holiday, say what? Holiday critters. So they're pretty cute. Two from Love. Have a cozy holiday. I got a little bit of Peebo marker on my thing. Happy holidays, warm wishes, Merry Christmas. Have a perfect day, holiday. Have a cozy holiday, season's greetings. So I'm going to more use this in winter time than anything else, because the little cute characters with the jumpers on. But you know, hopefully you can't hear my husband's TV. This stamp set is what I bought, Fantastic. And yes, there's a little bit of Halloween, but I thought it was pretty cute. So he's really cute. So happy Halloween. I love hanging out with you. So here in Australia we don't really do happy Halloween, but love hanging out with you. Smile, hang in there, have a fantastic day. Thank you very much. Let's hang out. Pretty cute. All right. Okay, next one is another Christmas one. Yeah, I know, I've already done my Christmas cards, but you know, clearly I'm going to do more, as I said before. This one is Beachy Christmas. This is for us here in Australia. So warmest Christmas wishes. Have a relaxing winter, but you can have a relaxing holiday. Season's greeting. Have yourself a merry beachy Christmas. That is very much. So we've got little faces for, you know, like you could put on bits and pieces on the sun. Some little eyeballs, which might be hard to see, but surfboard, schlep. Anyway, I think it's gorgeous. This one is the Peekaboo pop-up, where you know, this little image pops up, like twists and pops up. So I've got quite a few pop-up things, and I haven't had a terrible amount of time to deal with them, or play with them, I should say. Deal with them, but play with them. But you know, I'm hoping now, because it's coming up to Christmas, and once Christmas Day is done, then a lot of my work is all quiet down for a little while anyway. So that would be fun. And it looks like it's got little school lines here for your elements. I will have to get onto Lawn Fawn's webpage and check out how to use it. But I do like my interactive ones. I don't do them very often, but I do like them. So that is what I bought from Hobby Hoppers, Trish from Hobby Hoppers. So again, for my Australian friends, that's her website. And she's in Moorabbin here. There's a PO box. I could show you a PO box, but you know, she's here in Moorabbin, so it's only the Melbourne people that are going to know it. But Hobby Hoppers, over $100 I think is free, but it's all explained over in the website. I think it's 100. I think. Anyway, that's it. I will talk to you soon, and we'll get to making some of these fun little things. Bye. Okay, so we've jumped over to voiceover now, because this way at least I can speed it up a little bit, because it's going to be a little bit longer video because I'm doing the unboxing and also with colouring. I've got the Over the Mountain border stamp set. I've got the Say What holiday critters, and it's just too cute. And I'm also going to play with the stamp set Frosties, which is the one that I showed you that had all the snowflakes and all that sort of stuff. So strictly speaking, this one here in Australia, we'd be able to use this one without the season's greetings and just have the, like, a warm hugs stamp set, or you know, one of those punny wintry sentiments. I've got some gold embossing powder that is from the Say What Holiday Critters stamp set. This is the Frosties with lots of little snowflakes. So who doesn't like a snowflake stamp? You may not like them when they're actually, when it's winter time, like my friends over in America, where it's now currently quite cold. But I mean, looking at them, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. But I am going to use Wow Sparkling Snow Embossing Glitter. So I'm stamping these down with Vestmark. I am going to put some of the powder down and heat that up. I have already gold embossed the outline, so I'm going to be super careful. Now I have the next little snowflakes, like it's a little cluster, and I'm going to rotate that around. I currently have not heated up any of my snowflakes yet. They are not ready. They're not yet heated up. I'm going to do all that in one foul swoop. It's just so I can make sure I'm going to keep with the season's greeting and be careful of that. So I need to keep it moving, and I need to try and keep it away from that as much as possible. So that is all done and heated up. I wanted a little bit, try something a little bit different this time. I've got the B00, and I've also got B4 zeros to blend out that 000, and I'm going around the snowflakes just to give them a little bit of pop. But I'm also going to give a little bit of like a cloudy feel in an easy way, just a simple way. Every now and then I am going to swipe to that right there with a little bit of a swish, just for giving the hint that it's a cloudy sort of sky. That was my theory behind it. You can be the judge of how it turns out, but I really quite like how it turned out. So I am trying very carefully not to get embossing on, more Copic marker on my embossing. They recommend not to do that because it's supposed to dissolve the embossing. I'm not too sure, but I'm not going to try it out. So we're just going to stay away from the embossing of the snowflakes. And yes, I'm going around the snowflakes, but I am doing this, even though it's really sped up, I'm doing it quite slowly to make sure that I stay away, basically. I'm going to finish off going around I left it all in, going around the snowflakes. I should finish that conversation. I left it all in because I just wanted to show you everything that I did with the sky, because I really, as I said, I really like how it turned out. It made the snowflakes pop, and you know, gave that hint of a little bit of a, you know, cloudy sort of sky. It looks much better in real life than it does in person, on the video. With the trees, we've got YG17, YG05 and YG01. I'm using the darkest underneath each little, there's 3 little tiers of tree, shall we say, of Christmassy goodness, because let's be honest, they're Christmas trees, but each little tier, shall we say, I'm putting the darkest down. I'm using very thin little swipes and going over the whole lot in the lightest colour. So I've done that with all 3 of them. The tree trunks, we're just going to use E29 and E27. Having a little bit of the darkest underneath the very base of the tree, or underneath the leaves, shall we say, because that's going to be overlapping. And then the E27 down the bottom. So they're still colours I'm going to use in our little animals, in particular in this little deer. Deer, we've got E29, 27, E25, E23 and 21. The lighter colours I'm mostly going to do on his face. There is not an awful lot to colour with him, but I am going to use quite a few of those colours. As I said, mostly the darker colours are going to be on in between his face, on his snout and up on his forehead, sort of thing. Do they have foreheads? I don't know, but that's what we're going to call it. He's got a little bit of legs poking out the side. We're going to make that his legs rather than not. I suppose the jumper could have, you know, be made for a deer and have 4 little hooves things, holes, but we're not going to go with that. The antlers, I'm just going to use the 2 darker colours and that's it. I'm trying to keep it relatively simple. Now I'm going to use I use the 23 and the 21 for that as well. His little tail is the same colour, his legs, his hooves are just the 00, the darkest colour I think. Can't remember. I think it was it was 00. I think it was 00. The 100, shall we say. The reds, I'm going to continue the reds through the whole thing because in design you like to have more than one of an image. The red I've got R89, R46 and R24. It's one of my favourite combos that I do. And this snowflake on the little penguin, we're going to leave it exactly the way it is. I'm not going to do a single thing for him whatsoever. His snowflake is going to be very, very, very white, and that is fine. That is not a problem. It's when you have the majority of everything else beautifully coloured, no one's going to pick out that you haven't coloured your snowflake. They're just going to know. They're just going to think that you meant it that way, and you did mean it that way. So I've used the same colours on his little beanie as well as with the reindeer. With the penguin, he is black with a little bit of white because that's traditionally how little penguins are. I do have a little bit of problem colouring him anything else other than that. So I've got 100, C9 and C7. His little feet, I am going to show you very shortly that I'm Googling his little feet. We'll colour the cat first. The cat, we've got E27, E07, YR27, YR23 and YR21. I am not a cat person. Sorry. I like them. I just don't own them. But I don't colour cats very much, and that should be a personal challenge maybe in the next year or something. I don't do New Year's resolutions because I believe that you don't need to wait to the end of a year to start a New Year's resolution. If you're not eating too well by the time you get to New Year's, it's going to be a lot more work. Anyway, maybe what I'll do is sort of set myself out to get a little bit more confident with colouring cats. Those kitties are, I think, are hard to colour. They have a lot of stripes, and clearly you don't need to put all those stripes in, but I like the idea of putting those stripes in. So maybe one day we'll play with that. Now I've got his little ears pointing backwards because, yeah, he's listening to what's behind him. I did drag out my phone and I think I cut it out, and I googled what's the colour feet that penguins. No, I didn't Google what colour feet. I googled what colour, like their nose, their beaks. I was like, well, what? Like, are they black? Are they the same colour as their feet? And I don't know. You'll see me drag out my phone, I think, very much. I think I kept that in. The whites of his face, here we go. So it was a bit of either one. So we're just going to go with the orange colour, which was the 27, YR27 and YR23. Now I did cut all those out because I still have not got my silhouette, my brother scan and cut serviced after I moved it. So we're in the process of doing that. I mean, that's another thing I can get done in the New Year's. I did stamp out, for those that are interested in why I stamped out the kitty cat and not the penguin and not the deer. The cat had whiskers, and a lot of people cut those out, but I don't like a lot of white around my images. There is dyes that go with this because Fawn has some awesome dyes. I'm just not keen on the white around images. So I stamped him down, and I am just going to stick him down basically, and then he's going to have little whiskers. For my grass, I'm using G46, 43 and 40. I am on the struggle bus with this combination. This combination does not like me. It goes especially the last colour, it goes a very funky colour. But I ain't no quitter. We're going to play with this and keep going until I am happy with it. And that is one thing about colouring, about Copics. Just keep going and keep layering that colour up until you're happy with it's presented to you. I do have 2 more characters obviously to put on my grass. That is going to take away a lot of the leftover space. I do cut this down and then I'm going to cut it down further. I have a die set from Paper Rose. It's called Nesting Curved Rectangles. So it has, I've seen quite a few people actually have it, but it has a pointy end opposite each other. So you'd say hypothetical, top right is pointy, bottom left is pointy, and then the rest of it, the other 2 corners are curved around. So now I've got my image and I'm still playing. And my head's going to get in the way because I was very, very engrossed in fixing this grass that I didn't particularly want to. I didn't pay any attention basically to where my head was. And I am trying to get down and into these images. That's why we've got a lot of twisting and twisting up the cardstock, trying to get the images without going over the images and sort of getting any green on my little brown reindeer or my little penguin's hat. There, I am much happier with this. So you can see what I mean by this die set. So we trimmed that out because I just wanted a little bit more fun. This is a new to me thing, the hot foiling pen. Now it comes with about 4 little tips. You can see them. I will show you later on the different tips on the packaging. I'm going to use like a wedge. It's actually good for the calligraphy pen. First off, so you can see them all there. First off, what you have to do is you have to plug it in and let it heat up. So it's got a little button there you can not quite see because I've cut it off. And when you first turn it on, it's red. You let it heat up and that will go to green. There we go. You can sort of see it there. See how it's green there? This is just me playing. I don't like my handwriting. I wish that I have done a lot more of the calligraphy sort of style thing. But for a first time, that was actually pretty darn good. I'm quite happy with that. I thought about doing a little cross thing, but it's very hard to see. So I'm going to swap that over using, you just push down on the grey bit. I'm using the tweezers just to remove that really, really hot nib. And now we've replaced it with a little ball, not the finest tip, like the ball rounded tip, but the next one. So now we're just giving it dots, and what I'm doing is just pushing it into the cardstock and just leaving there for a couple of seconds. You can't see where you're doing, obviously. And this is my very, very first play with this toy. And I'm quite happy with it. I think I really quite liked it. It was a bit of fun, and just to put a little bit of extra sparkle on my scene. You can see all my green there on the back. Again, using some foam to lift that up. We're going to remove all those. I decided to put a couple more dots because I still had this turned on. So it's a pretty easy little tool. If you're really great at your writing, it'd be really handy. And also just putting lines on it. So that's my stuff. Take care, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.